I've been trying to spend a good part of my day, well, not a good part of my day, a part of every day, upside down. I've been doing headstands for years, but never actually managed to land one properly. So I figured if I keep on falling, doing them against a wall until I get it right. Just like that. So maybe by the end of the year, I'll actually have achieved something. That I can do that all by myself in the middle of the room and not be scared. So every time I fall down, I can just hop right back up. This also stimulates your lymphatic system, which depletes your body of toxins and leaves you feeling refreshed, which is a great thing to do first thing in the morning. It also makes you look sweaty, just like this. Hello and welcome to this week's weekly reading vlog. I finished the vlog up yesterday quite early on, and I managed to finish 2 books yesterday. Like, wow. I read The City Born Great, City Was Great, it's here, by N.K. Jemisin. I didn't realize it was a novella. I, for some reason, thought it was a big chunky one, so I got like a little soupçon, a little amuse-bouche of her work. So I'm really excited to get into like the 5th season, that whole trilogy. Like I really can't wait to get hold of that because her writing is so goddamn beautiful. But I'll talk about that more in my wrap up. Same with this one, Girls Under Pressure. I finished reading this last night before I went to sleep. In 200 pages, I wrote an entire list on all of the issues that this book deals with. This woman is elite, I swear. If you have a kid or a teen, please get them to read Jacqueline Wilson's. They do so much good. So I'm listening to In the Dreamhouse by Carmen Machado as audio now. I am very nervous going in. It's a memoir about the author's abusive relationship. She is a lesbian, so she was in a same-sex abusive relationship, which is something that I don't know if really happens, but it's definitely rarely spoken about. But as a abuse survivor myself, I am quite nervous about it. I really want to read it, but if you see some clips of me bawling like a little bitch, that's why. Trauma. So I've also been carrying on reading Gaudi. I found out that he used to be rather difficult. You know the type of person where if it's a man, they'll be called difficult, but if they're a woman, they'll be called a bitch? This guy. But I mean, it's a man in the 1800s. What are you expecting? But I did want to show you some of these pictures, because obviously it comes with pictures. I found this in it. So somebody was reading this while they were at the heart clinic. This is a drawing. That is a drawing that he did at varsity. I could never. And apparently he struggled at architecture school, so yes, not just me. But I also wanted to show you, this is outside the, what is it called? It's called Casa Vincennes. I don't speak Spanish, I'm sorry. And it's called the famous palmetto leaf fence. So this is the fence there. And him and the person who made it, who he didn't credit at all, like a fucking douchebag, they cast a palm leaf in clay. And they molded it and made a gate out of it. That's in the 1800s. That's mind-blowing. So cool. Yeah, that's all I want to say for now. I like this spot. I feel like, oh Jesus. Never mind, I'll calm down. Can you see my brother there? His little school uniform. Anyway, I'm gonna go do work now. Just jumping in because as I was organizing myself for the day, I remembered just a random memory. Does that ever happen to you guys? Like just a memory that is unrelated. What are you doing, piece of hair? What do you think? This is not your show. So my ex-boyfriend used to always boast to his friends that he had a cool girlfriend because he could check out girls with her and she didn't get angry, her being me, and I wouldn't get angry and I'd check them out with him. Little did he know. Irony, I just edited something that said, I just put up last week's vlog, which is right on track, which was last week, and now this is supposed to be up already, but I'm not putting myself on a schedule because I'm my own boss. So I'm done with work, haven't done any reading, I'm just editing myself and wearing Harry Potter pajamas that I bought before. Now I don't buy trademark Harry Potter stuff anymore. I don't know if I mentioned that in the vlog before, but I don't buy it because I don't want to put money in she who shall not be named's pocket. Alrighty, I'm going to edit. Oh, look at this lighting. Okay, going. The whole gang. 2 of them are eating grass. He's eating like a savage because he's got dodgy teeth from being on the street. And Rum is sleeping on rocks in the corner. Little hairy fan. Okay, all I can say is that so far what she describes is in what Carmen Maria Machado describes in the Dreamhouse is exactly what I went through so far. Bullshit. See, this is why there's no difference between men and women. There's always going to be that asshole. Howdy. It's Tuesday. You've caught me at my desk. Or I turned on the camera so that you could catch me at my desk. So today, oh, my kitten is up on the bed. Yeah, today I am working. I need to go to the shops. I will not be vlogging there because I am shy. Oh yes, one thing I wanted to mention. I'm doing yoga with Adrian's January challenge, which I always do, and it's so good. It's so good because it's based on breath. So if you aren't aware of any breath techniques or anything like that when it comes to yoga, do this because it's super good and I feel so calm. I've also been using, over the last 2 days, I've used this method before for other things, but not since I started freelancing. So now I've started doing the Pomodoro method, where you put a timer on for 25 minutes and you work for that 25 minutes and then you're allowed to get up and do whatever you need to do, or like just stretch your legs or whatever, because I have a problem with, like, sometimes I get a bit antsy and I have a problem standing in my seat. So I've been doing that, and I've incorporated it with a app that my mom recommended called Forest. If you want to get the premium version, you can actually help plant trees, which is cool. But you just set a timer and it grows a little tree for you. And if you stop like if you close the app or you go out of the app or anything, you're going to kill a tree. So, you know, don't kill your trees. Yeah, so I'm going to work. Listening to in the Dreamhouse. Can you tell it's getting to me a little bit? This shit isn't okay. And also, she is a beautiful writer. Okay, it is the end of the day on Tuesday. I've got about an hour left in the Dreamhouse by Carmen Maria Machado. It is hitting so many spots. Like, it's so hauntingly beautifully written, so I can understand why so many people had this on their favorite books list. But for me, obviously the writing helps. The writing makes it, and the author doing the audiobook really makes a difference as well. But it's like she'd copied sections of my life into her book, which was strange for me to see. It was almost validating. So I wanted to show you this cute top that I'm wearing, but I had to lower my tripod. So I'm wearing this top today that I used to get really self-conscious about because I thought this was too long and I didn't want it to cover up too much of my butt, and I've had this for ages, so like this wasn't bought when the Justin Bieber shirt was around, you know. I thought it was super, super cute, and I love owls. I mean, obviously I've got an owl on my shin, but the back is sheer, right? And my brother comes up to me and says, "You know your shirt is see-through at the back, right?" Yeah, I felt like it was made that way. He's just such a wholesome weirdo. If it's not neutral, he doesn't wear it. Oh, you can see right on my shirt to my belly button. Literally have no boobs, goodness gracious. Anyway, that's my reading update. I'll probably catch you tomorrow. If you are queer, do yourself a favor and watch this series by Brianne Williamson on YouTube. She's doing like it's almost like a queer bachelor. No, it's not. She's setting up her friend with dates, and like she interviewed them, and you can see my face. People applied, and then she interviewed them on Zoom, and now the sexy single is about to meet the girl they chose, and it's so much fun. It is so much fun. I'm like actually invested in who she's picked for her friend, even though this is just literally Canadians online. But it's a good time. I highly recommend. She picked the person I would have picked too. Now just real life. Hi, so I finally finished In the Dreamhouse by Carmen Maria Machado. I need to say that name slower. It was absolutely spectacular. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend. I don't rate books, but I rate it on Goodreads just to boost it. That's what happens when I read a book that I think is super important. And I mean, for me personally, obviously it hits very close to home. I tried to film a clip earlier, but I think it was way too personal and way too rambly and emotional. So I'm just going to say that she delves into how people don't believe women when they talk about emotional abuse, especially in her case in queer spaces, and how you can be emotionally tormented every single day and have no actual proof because they haven't actually hit you, you know, or if they have touched you, it's been in a way that isn't, you know, too blatantly obvious a, you know, domestic abuse situation, like physical abuse situation. And that's what makes it so easy for the abuser to gaslight us into thinking it's our fault, or to thinking that we were over-exaggerating it, or we caused the situation. And she articulated so beautifully, and it hit me right here in the feels. So yeah, I would recommend that book. I knew that this book would be very heavy for me to read, so I had already downloaded Tweet Cute by Emma Lord. I think I saw this on Chelsea's channel. Chelsea's uploading again, by the way. Hooray, welcome back. Like, she's ever gonna see this. She's like super duper booktuber. She's so cool, I just wanna be her friend. Anyway, I think I saw this on her channel. It's like supposed to be like a really cute cheesy romance, and I haven't read a straight romance in a hot minute. But you know what it would say? It was cheesy. I'm in the mood for the cheese, so I'm gonna read it. I'm still slogging on with Gaudi, and I am halfway through. I realized before when I was talking about him, I just said like names of stuff so that you wouldn't really know because of my butchered accent how to spell it or anything. So Gaudi built stuff like the Sagrada Familia, which is this one. Ooh. And then Parkwell, This is one of the pieces of Parkwell. And then this is Casa Calvet. Oh, amazing. Movie magic. So it's that guy. And I'm finding that he was described a lot as eccentric, which is, if he was a woman, he would be a bitch, which I can't remember if I mentioned earlier, but he's been called it again because he was an ornery bastard, Jesus Christ. It said that the Sagrada Familia would be finished by 2032 if donations continued, and that was the book was published in like 2000. And I was like, oh, if the pandemic hits. So I don't think Sagrada Familia got worked on too much in 2020. Anyways, I'm just going to set up my content on my other platforms for the rest of the evening, and then read my book and go to sleep with a meditation this time, because the last 2 nights I've skipped my meditations, and I've been having the most awful dreams. I had like a proper nightmare last night, and it makes me feel exhausted the whole day, as well as being woken up to dogs, and cats meowing right in your face. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I'll see you tomorrow. Me and Hugo are coming to tell you an update about Tweet Cute, aren't we? Are you going to tell me about Tweet? Apparently not. This lighting is appalling. Hey. So I just had a psychiatrist session, with a video, which I'm so used to by now. Holy moly. Yeah, we're just like playing around with my meds at the moment, just to try and sort out my stress dreams, which are anxiety and PTSD based. I don't know if anyone cares about mental health stuff who are watching reading vlogs, but I am a 3-dimensional person. I don't just read books, which is what I want my channel to be. Anyway, deviation. Yeah, because I get stress dreams almost every night, and it's really irritating. It's really fucking irritating. Like, I'm over it. I just want to have a good night's sleep. So we're going to play with that. I feel like I talked a lot. And I've just started listening to Tweet Cute some more. It's YA, which I didn't realize. I thought it was adult, but it's YA straight romance. Out of my comfort zone. I used to read that all the time. I have not read that in a long time. I think the last one I read was the second one, To All the Boys I Loved Before. I always want to say To All the Girls. To All the Boys I Loved Before. Because the sequel was shite. That was probably the last one I read. But this one, so it's following the 2 main characters whose names I can't remember. Blonde girl and dark-haired guy. And they go to this school. It's like a very elite academy kind of school, and they have this app where you can communicate between each other. That's the entire student body, but it's completely anonymous. That supposedly this boy set up, and I think from what Chelsea says, there's like an anonymous sort of like relationship going to be happening between the two of them. This is just me. I could come back and be like, bitch, you dumb. But from what Chelsea said and from what I've read, is she's going to need to start tweeting for her mother's famous burger company, and he's going to be tweeting for something else, and they're going to have are they going to have a rivalry? Let's see. By the end of the thing, are they going to have a rivalry in person, but be lovey online, or be lovey online and have a rivalry in person? Ooh, I kind of like the secret identity trope. It's quite fun, unless it's like too one-sided. But we'll see how it goes. It's really cute and easy to read so far. But yeah, I had when I listen to books or read books, I have to cast them in my head, because I have to have it playing plays like a movie in my head, so I can see it happening as I'm reading it. So I need a cast, and I really struggled. Like, what is a good-looking teenage boy? I just like picturing people from teen shows from when I was a teen, like Chad Michael Murray, like Diana Agron. Because that's just weird and I feel old. Okay, this script is 4 minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna have lunch now and talk this shit.
Another weird thing about me picking up this book is that it's about Twitter, and I don't have Twitter. I've never had Twitter. Well, I got an account because I tried to set up my blog properly in 2016 and like gave it up quite quickly. But I made like 2 tweets and then I have never opened it since. So it's so strange that I was drawn to this, but you know what? Let's do it.
Oh my god, I was just scrolling through script, and Wilder Girls by Rory Power is on there. Look, it looks like this. If you haven't seen it, I mean, Jesus, everyone's talking about it, but like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I am reading that ASAP. Fuck yeah. Good morning. I don't usually vlog before I've done my yoga because I'm like in the zone, but I wanted to show you some stuff in this. I was gonna say that you get more of a political background than I feel, than you get a lot of like why Gaudi designed the way he did. He hasn't even mentioned, like, I'm on page 215, so I've got like 60 pages left, 55 pages left, and he hasn't talked about any of the decoration or anything, but it did say that in 1936 the crypt at the Sagrada Familia was broken into. Sorry, morning voice. And a lot of his journals and work were stolen and destroyed. Assholes! Like, why would you do that? But anyway, so that's probably why. I just wanted to show you guys this this plan here. So this, what is this plan for? Planet pub. See, my English voice is gonna say public, but I don't think that's how you say that. So this is his plan here. Like, if I could have handed this in when I was studying architecture, like, AutoCAD, get out of the way. Gaudi is here with his crayons, my dudes. Anyway, obviously, they had to hand draw things. There were no computers, but anyway, I thought that was entertaining. Now I'm gonna go do my yoga. Show you this little DIY that I did. It's not perfect. This light, I wish this light would show up the colors better. Let's go outside and have an explore. Ooh, okay, that's better. Hello. So I have a couple little knickknacks like floss and mints and my midday meds and stuff like that. But I wanted to put them into something cute. So these are 3 different, oh god, the light is so blue. 3 different washi tapes. And then I sealed it on the edges with normal tape. And I should have done this before. Inside, I just sealed it in with the tape as well. And this is actually just a, of course I'll show you the French side, body butter from the body shop that I used to buy. Though now I don't buy from them anymore because they are so expensive. My cute little DIY box sits here behind my laptop with my jar of leaves that I've been drying. I take them fully, like whole, and then put them in while they're green so that they dry in some cool shapes. I need to add another one. I mean, look at that in there. That's super sick. This is a plant that we planted, a little cactus guy, that we planted recently, me and my mom, when she was here, to give him more space to grow. And the same with this guy, and he's already grown all the little ones in there. And then we got these little abalone shells to decorate. Anyway, oh, while I'm showing you this decoration, this is a picture of, oh, Dusty, my cat, Rum Tum Tugger, sleeping on the couch like a sweet baby that my friend Karina took. And then this is me and Hugo when I first got him, when we were, We were allowed to walk between 6 and 9 a.m. at the beginning of lockdown. Come on, little boy, and my bally head. This is my view often. He comes and he stands, and then he wants love. Real close-up love, him a boy. Look how beautiful he is. He's so handsome. OMG. Talking about Gaudi's taste is like discussing the taste of whales. I am so pleased. Hang on. Oh. I'm so pleased because this is like a YA romance and I'm not used to these. Something occurred, like an event is happening between these two people where I'm like, oh god, they're gonna do the freaking miscommunication trope, because I fucking hate the miscommunication trope. Just talk to each other. Stop romanticizing people not talking to each other. And it didn't happen. So that is already a step up in my books. Another thing about Tweet It is that there is queer rep, and there are twins in it, which is cool. Like, it's not something that happens very often, unless it's like a Parent Trap situation, which is that ever a good situation? I don't know. Parent Trap. But yeah, I like it. It's really cool. It's just like really subtly just thrown in there, which is... Good morning. Good morning. I come to you very early in the morning. Being the house animal mom has its disadvantages. Let's just say that for my night's sleep. Oh my god. Anyway, it's a little bit chilly, so I'm wearing my favorite winter jacket I want to show you. Isn't it glorious? Anyway, the other reason that I want to start talking to you is a bookish reason. Yes, this Gaudi sounds like a douchebag. It said, with Gaudi, you've either got to kill him or give in and tell him that he's right. Sounds like a certain person in my life that I know. But yeah, like, he's coming at Michelangelo, he's coming at Van Dyke, he's coming at Rembrandt, like, the cocky. I mean, this one guy said that he was very convinced at the value of his own work. Artists often are. I mean, the artists I know, they're their worst critic. Like, I have to, you have to be like, yeah, dude, your work is amazing. And they're like, oh my god, thank you, I'm never sure. Even if they're, like, actual professional artists. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this. Oh my god, this guy. He may be a creative genius, but what a, like... So, there's this really famous bench in the park. Well, here it is. Here's a picture. Movie magic. So, you can obviously see that it's, like, built to fit the form of a person. So here it says he told the workman to take off all his clothes, make himself perfectly comfortable, sitting on a prepared bed of plaster, as to obtain the perfect form of a seat once the material had hardened. So this poor dude just had to sit on the bench, butt-ass naked, until the plaster dried. That must have dried out his skin so bad. I would say I hope he got paid a bonus, but he 100% didn't in 1900s. It's now the 1900s, by the way. 1900s Spain. Okay, so our water has been off all day, so I look like an actual trash goblin, and these are all my chairs ready to be cleaned. I'm going to walk along them. So I've been editing this vlog while I've been waiting for the water to come back on, and I've realized that it's really fucking long. So I am going to end it here. I think ending it on Saturdays is a good idea anyway. Ooh, where's this light is better. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm still reading Tweet Cute, which is cute, and I'm still reading Gaudi, which is interesting, but I'm almost done, like 40 pages. So be kind to people, be kind to yourself, wear a mask, and I'll see you next time.